Hey everyone, welcome back to Echo Your English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ryan. Emily, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, I was thinking about our listeners, and I had this idea for today's topic.
Wait, stop right there. Did you hear what you just did?
What did I do?
You started your sentence with well, and that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Wow, you're right. I didn't even realize I did it. That's how natural it is for native speakers.
Exactly. Well is one of those words that native speakers use constantly without even thinking about it. But for learners, it can be really confusing.
Right. You might know that well means the opposite of sick, or that it means good in some contexts. But why do we start so many sentences with it?
That's the mystery we're solving today. And honestly, once you understand how to use well, you'll sound instantly more natural and fluent.
So let's break it down. Why did I just say well at the beginning of my sentence? What was I actually doing?
You were using it as a thinking pause. You needed a second to organize your thoughts, so well filled that space naturally.
For example, if someone asks, "What did you think of the movie?" you might say, "Well, it was interesting, but..."
That well gives you a second to think about your answer. It's much more natural than jumping straight into your response or saying,
Right. It signals to the listener, "I'm thinking about this," or "I'm about to give you a thoughtful response."
The second use is to soften disagreement or bad news. This is huge in English conversation.
If someone says, "The weather is beautiful today," and you disagree, you don't just say, "No, it's not." That sounds rude and harsh.
Instead, you say, "Well, I think it's a bit cloudy, actually." The well makes your disagreement much more polite and gentle.
It creates a buffer. It's like saying, "I hear what you're saying, but I have a different perspective."
We also use well before delivering bad news or something the listener might not want to hear.
How did your job interview go? "Well, I didn't get the position." That well prepares the listener for something disappointing.
Or, "Did you finish the report?" Well, not exactly. It softens the admission that you didn't complete it.
The third use is to introduce a complex or nuanced answer. When a question doesn't have a simple yes or no answer, well signals that.
Do you like living in this city? Well, there are pros and cons. The well tells the listener this answer is complicated.
Are you coming to the party? Well, it depends on whether I can finish work early. Again, it's not a simple yes or no.
The fourth use is to show surprise or react to unexpected information.
Guess who I saw at the mall? Your ex-boyfriend. Well, that's awkward.
Or, "I just won the lottery." Well, congratulations, that's amazing. The well in these cases expresses a reaction: surprise, shock, excitement, or disbelief.
Fifth use, to change the subject or redirect the conversation. We've been talking about this for an hour. Well, anyway, what are we having for dinner?
That well signals a shift. You're moving away from the current topic to something new.
Well, moving on, or well, that's another story. These phrases use well to transition.
Sixth use, to express resignation or acceptance of a situation.
The flight is delayed by 3 hours. Well, there's nothing we can do about it.
That well shows you're accepting the situation, even if you're not happy about it. It's like a verbal shrug.
I didn't get the job I wanted. Well, something better will come along. It acknowledges disappointment but moves toward acceptance.
Now let's talk about the tone and intonation, because that changes the meaning of well dramatically.
Great point. A rising tone, well, is often a question. It means, "So, what's your answer?" or "What happened next?"
If someone's telling a story and pauses, you might say, "well," to prompt them to continue.
A falling tone, well, with a period, can show finality or resignation. Like, "Well, that's that." It signals the end of something.
A drawn-out well often shows hesitation or that you're about to say something the person might not want to hear.
"Can I borrow your car?" "Well, the thing is, I need it today."
That elongated well is a clear signal that the answer is no or there's a complication.
Let's contrast well with other sentence starters to show when to use each one.
Good idea. Well versus so. How are they different?
So is more about moving forward or summarizing. So what should we do? Or so basically, we need to leave now.
Well is more about pausing, thinking, or softening. They overlap sometimes, but well feels more thoughtful and careful.
What about well versus actually?
Actually often introduces a correction or contradiction. I thought the store closed at 9. Actually, it closes at 8.
Well is softer and more general. I thought the store closed at 9. Well, it might close earlier on Sundays.
Actually can sound know-it-all if you overuse it. Well is almost always safe and polite.
Let's give some more real-life examples of well in different situations.
Scenario 1. Someone asks your opinion and you have mixed feelings.
Did you enjoy the concert? Well, the music was great, but the venue is too crowded.
The well signals that your opinion isn't purely positive or negative, it's nuanced.
Scenario 2, you're about to disagree with someone politely.
I think we should leave at 5 p.m. Well, I was thinking maybe 5:30 would give us more time.
That well makes your disagreement sound like a suggestion rather than a contradiction.
Scenario 3, you're expressing surprise.
I just quit my job. Well, that's unexpected. What are you going to do?
The well shows you're processing this surprising information.
Scenario 4, you need time to think about an answer.
Where do you want to go on vacation? Well, let me think. Maybe somewhere tropical?
That well buys you thinking time without awkward silence.
Now let's talk about common expressions that start with well.
Well done. This is praise or congratulations. You passed the exam? Well done.
In British English especially, well done is extremely common for expressing approval.
Well said means you agree with what someone said and think they expressed it perfectly.
Well is used when you've caught someone doing something or discovered something interesting.
Well, look who finally showed up. It's a bit sarcastic or teasing.
Oh well, expresses resignation or acceptance when something didn't go as planned.
I missed the bus. Oh well, you'll catch the next one. It's like saying it is what it is.
Well, I never is an old-fashioned expression of shock or indignation.
You don't hear it much anymore, but in British English, older speakers might say it when they're scandalized.
Let's discuss some mistakes learners make with well.
One mistake is overusing it. If every sentence starts with well, it can sound repetitive.
Right. It's natural to use it frequently, but vary your sentence starters. Sometimes start directly with your point.
Another mistake is using well when good is correct. How are you? I'm well is grammatically correct but sounds formal.
Most native speakers say I'm good or I'm doing well in casual conversation. I'm well sounds old-fashioned or overly proper.
Also, don't confuse well, the adverb, with good, the adjective. He speaks English well, not he speaks English good.
But today we're focusing on well as a discourse marker, the word that starts or connects sentences in conversation.
Let's practice. I'll give you a situation and you respond starting with well.
Perfect.
Situation 1. I ask if you finished reading that book I lent you.
Well, I'm about halfway through. It's really interesting.
Good. Situation 2. I say this restaurant has the best pizza in town.
Well, I haven't tried every pizza place, but it is pretty good.
Nice use of well to soften a potential disagreement. Situation 3. I ask what you want to do this weekend.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could go hiking if the weather's nice.
Perfect. That well gave you time to think. Situation 4. I tell you I just got fired from my job.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. That must be tough.
Great empathy. The well softened the response. See how natural that sounds?
Exactly. Well makes your English sound conversational and thoughtful, not robotic.
Let me tell a quick story using well naturally several times, and listeners can notice how it flows.
Great idea.
So yesterday, I was supposed to meet my friend for coffee at 2 p.m. Well, I got stuck in traffic and was running late. I texted him and he said, "Well, no worries, I can wait." When I finally arrived, he asked, "Did you have a good morning?" I said, "Well, it was pretty hectic, actually." Then he told me he had some news. I said, "Well, what is it?" He said he's moving to another city. I was surprised, so I said, "Well, that's big news. When?" He said next month. Well, I'm happy for him, but I'll miss having him nearby.
Perfect. You used well 7 times, and every single one sounded natural and served a different purpose.
Exactly. That's how native speakers actually talk. Well is everywhere in real conversation.
So listeners, here's your challenge this week. Pay attention to how often you hear well in English shows, podcasts, or conversations.
Notice the different ways it's used. Is it softening disagreement, buying thinking time, expressing surprise?
Then practice using well yourself. Start a few sentences with it when you're speaking English. Notice how it makes you sound more natural.
Don't overthink it. Just try it out and see how it feels. You'll sound more like a native speaker immediately.
One last thing. Well is also used at the end of sentences or in the middle, but starting sentences with well is the most common and important use.
Right. That went well, or things are going well, use well as an adverb. Different function.
Today, we focused on well as a conversation tool, a way to think, soften, transition, and react.
Well, I think we've covered everything pretty thoroughly.
There it is again. Thanks for listening to Echo Your English.
If this episode helped you understand well better, please subscribe and let us know in the comments.
Which use of well was most surprising to you? Let us know.
Keep practicing and remember, well used well makes you sound well spoken.
See you next time.